What is going on, everybody? This is Cody, aka DFS Project, coming to you live breaking down this upcoming DraftKings Thursday night football slate. Before we get ahead, like for me, definitely subscribe to the channel. So as y'all know, we have a two-gamer for this Thursday night. This is the last week of preseason, thank goodness. But it's week 3. Like I said, I'm excited about the finishing up product of the preseason. We have two interesting games. I just want to kind of look back on the Jets one. The Jets game was nasty. It was disgusting. Like I said, I should have avoided it. I should have went with my gut and said I'm just not going to play it. But it was a nasty slate. It didn't look good for me. Um, it is what it is. We take our loss and move on. We go to a better two-game slate that I'd much rather go to. I do want NBA back. I'm excited about NBA. I'm just cutting that down pretty much. I guess we got news that KD's now staying on the Nets. I'm not going to go into it. I'll talk about that later. Well, I'm not going to go into it. We're going to talk about this Thursday night football slate. So let's start off with Green Bay at KC. So looking at Green Bay, I have Twitter pulled up. Last thing I heard was that LaFleur was going to rest most of the starters. Yeah, veteran starters won't play in preseason week 3. Okay, so where's this back? Okay. So we know that they're not going to play most of their starters. I'm going to start with Green Bay at KC. I'm going to start with the Green Bay team. I love me some Danny Antling again. He looked good. He looked really good. He even ran for 18 yards. I think he's going to be a GPP pivot to Jordan Love because everybody's going to play Jordan Love. Everybody's going to want to play him. But again, I like Danny Antling at a lower ownership. Running back wise, fire up Goodson again. Goodson's going to be the main guy. 10 carries for 42 yards. He looked good in the backfield also. Catching passes, I like him. Looking at Taylor, he still. The problem is, I'm much rather just go to Goodson. That's the main guy I want to go to. And then I'm not really getting much of Dexter Williams. Give me Goodson here. That's the main guy I want to go to. Romeo Dubs, once again, he looked good. He got a TD pass last game. I'm certainly looking at him with no Cobb, no Watkins, and Lazard. I imagine Winfrey's going to look good also. Juwan Winfrey, we can certainly look at him. He got a bunch of targets. Torrey is in play. He was targeted 4 times. I like him. Amari Rogers, 2 receptions. I'm kind of fading him because I played him last late. I just shouldn't have. I do like Winfrey, though. I do like Dubs. I do like Torrey, and I don't mind going to Rogers either. Mari Rogers, not Aaron Rodgers, to be exact. Tyler Davis, no thank you. I'm not really getting to much of these tight ends. If you want to go to Josiah, I mean, he's seeing a bunch of targets. I don't really mind him. I'm not playing this defense, though. I'm much rather go to another defense that we'll talk about in a second. KC wise, I haven't really seen anything on them. It's going to be split between Shane Buechele and Dustin Crum. But again, I'm not really looking at these quarterbacks. I'm much rather go to the Green Bay side where I know I'm getting guaranteed snaps. Running back wise, do we want to play Isaiah Pacheco? Again, I just don't trust it. I'm much rather go to Gore if I had to pick Derek Gore. I think he's going to get a decent run also. I haven't really, like I said, seen news on this team. If you want to look at Sky Moore, I'm much of the drop down to a guy like Justin Watson, who has caught a bunch of passes in the preseason so far. I do like Justin Watson. I think he's a candidate to basically make the roster on this team. That's kind of the main guy I'm looking at in the receiver backfield. And tight end, there's too many options to choose from. I'm not really looking at any of the tight ends here. I think this is going to be my lowest team that I'm going to. I'm much they go to the Green Bay side. And then San Francisco at Houston. So San Francisco, again, they're going to sit most of their starters. Again, most starters will be had on Saturday's preseason game. It's Minnesota, so that was on Saturday. Again, I don't imagine them wanting to play much of this team again. So again, I'm much rather go to Nate Sudfeld. I do like him. Again, that's the main candidate I'd rather go to. Running back wise, give me Davis Prince. I mean, he's looked good. He's looked really, really good. And he's getting snaps. That's what we want to see. I like him a ton. And then, like I said, JaMychal Hasty, he's seeing a couple carries here and there. He's good in the backfield. He can get 2 receptions or receiving yards. I don't mind going to either one. Trey Sermon, maybe. Depends on what they want to do with the starters again. Receivers wise, Danny Gray. Once again, I love me some Danny Gray. He got targeted 4 times. If you want to look at a guy like Willie Turner, he's in play. Tight end wise, not really much I want to go to. Ross Dwelly, maybe. But again, I want to see news. And Houston wise, I know I saw something on Houston. Where was it? Jaguars. Does Newsom getting released? All right, so Texans stars want to play a lot more. So a lot more. That's what we're gonna. That's what we had to read into. What does that mean? Well, again, what does that mean? That's the biggest question mark. So we're going to see more of Davis Mills. Because if that's the case, then I don't mind going to Davis Mills. So running back wise, are we going to see more of Dameon Pierce? Because he could be the week one starter. Does that mean, or we're going to see more of Rich Burkhead or Marlon Mack? This is the situation I really want to read into because one of these guys is going to store a TD on the ground. I believe they will. That's the problem, though, is which one is it going to be? Receivers wise, give me Nico Collins. I love Nico Collins here. Again, he looked good last game. That's the main guy I want to go to. Brandon Cooks, is he going to see a lot of run? Because he didn't play last game. So, what does that mean? But again, I like Nico Collins. I like me some Chris Conley. That's kind of the main guys I really want to go to. Then tight end wise, again, I've loved me some Brevin Jordan. He looked good. He started last game, so I'm going to get more of him now. Defensive wise, I think again it's going to be different. I think I really want to go to the Green Bay defense, but again, defense is a crapshoot. You never really know, especially on preseasons. But that wraps up the site for us, though. Thank you for tuning in. I hope it's a great and safe rest of the night. Have a good one, everybody.